Hello, and welcome. It's a bit late to be streaming, probably, but I appear to be doing it anyway. Just gonna do some, Final Fantasy XIV stuff. Still working on leveling up Dark Knight. Hello. And, this will entail stuff like more of the duty support, possibly more squadron. I'd like to do some of the PvP because I think it's fun, and also Dark Knight quests. That Doom 2 song was called The Healer Stalks, so it felt appropriate for the change in profession that Sucro has recently undertaken. So, here we are. Once more, Heavensward, kind of. There's Sucro, everyone's friend. Not evil. The queue is slightly longer than it was last stream. Very exciting. It's funny, you can't really see it because my face is there, but this veteran reward thing has not really been relevant for a very long time. Because they never added more tiers of that, which is like, they probably shouldn't add more tiers of it. But it's funny that it just displays it there forever. Anyway, Sucro waking up from another nap. You gotta have a nap a day, that's what sleeping is. But it seems like last time was not a dream because she's still got a giant sword. You don't just have those by coincidence. So, one thing I've been neglecting to look at, honestly, is the unending journey. We can use this as a sort of recap. Justice has been done this day, as another trial by combat has concluded. According to one spectator, it was a fight for the ages, as the accused wielded a massive sword and worked his dark arts against his foe. In the end, however, he was no match for his opponent, who ran him through to a chorus of cheers, etc., etc. This only describes the first part of Dark Knight, not the entire thing that we've seen so far. The freedom to follow your heart, to defend the weak and punish the guilty as you see fit. This is the way of the Dark Knight, and Frey offers to teach you. You need only accept her guidance. Yep. I think I'm going to start with a little bit of PvP, though. So first off, let's go to the Wolves' Den Pier and look at the Dark Knight PvP skills, in case you're not familiar with them. I do enjoy Dark Knight in PvP, though I honestly can't tell why I lose when I lose. It's got classic video game PvP experiences, like, why isn't the enemy team taking any damage? Why is my team taking a million billion damage? Why did everything fall apart? The arbitrary explosions, I don't know, you know. Do you know? I don't know. Do we know? Who knows? What am I talking about? Funny thing about the new PvP is that there's just so many people in the PvP area now that stuff doesn't like loading. But yeah. Yeah. Good animation, Sucro. You can do it. You can do it. This is the power that we all have inside of us. There we go. So, first off, basic combo, which doesn't really want to work because of PvP shenanigans. There's also plunge, which is a leap that makes them heal less, I think. The Blackest Night is a shield you can put on yourself or an ally to absorb damage. And when it's depleted, you gain Dark Arts. Then you can... There's also Shadowbringer, which costs HP or Dark Arts to do a line attack. There's Salted Earth, which makes a big ol' AoE thing that harms people and binds them. There's also Salt and Darkness, which you can use after you've used Salted Earth to do extra damage in that area. Quietus is an AoE that restores health also. And really, that's kind of it. I mean, if you use Shadowbringer, you also have... Your combo changes into Blood Spiller, which does more damage the less health you have, I believe. And Shadowbringer costs health to use, so... You can do shit like that, I guess, if you're going all in. There's Salt and Darkness. And then your Limit Break is a big ol' damage that also does more damage the more health you have left, which I need to remember. And it puts your HP at 1, but your HP can't go below that. And your attacks heal you for a while. So I need to remember to use that when I'm at full HP. And use this when I'm at low HP. I mean, if possible, because it does cost HP to get there. Then, yep, Undead Redemption. And then the regular PvP things that everyone gets. You've got a heal that costs MP. You've got Purify, which restores the status effects. Sprint, which is a toggle in this mode. Actually, instead of like a temporary buff. And it toggles off when you enter combat. Guard, which you use to guard. Wait, is Undead... Wait, Undead Redemption. Is that like a Red Dead Redemption? God, I didn't even catch that. I didn't catch the joke there. Hang it, Koji Fox, indeed. And there's also Standard Issue Elixir, which takes a while and then you heal yourself. Completely. It's a dangerous one to use. Anyways. There we go. Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. I wouldn't say I'm great at the PvP, but I could be okay at it, and it is fun to me. And for some reason, I've been foolish enough to engage in the ranked matches. So, let's give it a try. You might see inappropriate player portraits in this mode. And I will sigh if I do see them myself. So apologies in advance for whatever might appear on the screen. Who knows what it could be. Probably some butts. No butts here, though we do have a very sparkly Mistbeard mask, which is good. Any butts on this side? No, but we have a sideways Lalafell who's very confused. Alright, fair enough. Also, you will probably hear a lot of beeps and boops, which are just chat automated messages Not automated, but like chat messages that are from a set that you can say, but you can't see the chat. So yeah. The music before the thing is like, you have the, you have like a bit of the Fate music and a bit of the main theme, and then the music during the match is a remix of the Festival of the Hunt from Final Fantasy IX, and I really like it. Alright, time to get fucking destroyed, probably. Well, so far so good, actually. Push the crystal, please. You gotta be on the crystal. I've just doomed myself to death, probably. But wait, it's fine? Somehow everybody died. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to put some of what I just realized about my moves into practice, and it does seem to be helping a little bit. Ah, jeez. Ah, beans. I think we're still doing though. We're still doing good though. I think. Maybe. I like that the Dark Knight animation for running extremely fast holds the sword in one hand. We did it! Yay! A match that went really well. Very good, team. I don't know who did good. I'm just gonna arbitrarily commend someone. So one thing I've noticed is that I basically always have the most time spent on the point. I don't know how to feel about that. I think I deserve a commendation, but I didn't get one. Boo. So that's what PvP is like in the new patch. I think it's cool. It does mean I'm holding the point, but why am I always the one who holds the point the most? Why doesn't anyone else hold the point? It's the point. Holding the point is the point. Ah, well. Such is the way of things. Not enough wolf marks to buy shoes yet. The Garo collaboration event is back. And if you get the entire armor set and weapon, if applicable, for your class, then you can get a title, and then if you use the title in PvP matches, you can get further rewards. I think some people in this area chat are arguing that people should be able to freely communicate in a PvP mode. But I think that's a bad idea because everyone would just be pissed off all the time. Anyways. Oh yeah, red mages just have this circle all the time. Because that is the stance. Another fun thing we can do now is randomly view everybody's adventurer plates to see if there are cool ones, like this one. Cool bunny. Hello, that is your face, etc. There are genres of adventurer plate. There's the there's the I'm trying to be as horny as possible within the confines of the system adventurer plate. There's the extreme close-up of someone's face adventurer plate. There's the someone being confused by being in an adventurer plate adventurer plate. There's the check out my sweet weapon adventurer plate. And then there's the cute adventurer plate. That probably covers most of them. We can see the various ones that I've put together. This is the one I'm actually using. This is one for being threatening. When you can buy the ability to use your PvP limit break as a pose for the plate. So that's what this one is. And then of course there's scheming. Everyone's scheming all the time. Anywho's. Let's we've got a Dark Knight quest to do. I spent 588 gil to teleport. Heroic Reprise. Alphino and Tataru have been standing there for like 4 months. 6 months. I don't know how long it's been. In character, in canon, it's been like... They probably haven't been standing there very long at all because time is motionless until I say it isn't. Anyway. Pray. Heroic Reprise. You look well, Sucro. More determined. You've not heard the voice since we last spoke, I know. But worry not. If your affinity with your dark side is as strong as I believe, then communion is all you require. Come with me to the burning wall. You know what you must do. Alright. The Burning Wall is a region that you don't actually go to terribly often, I suppose. In fact, there's not a teleport near it. Not really. Gotta hear the voice. For some reason, this is important. I guess it's key to the dark side. Love to hear voices. It's important. Off we go then. This is another thing that's a lot easier with flight. As soon as we get into Heavensward proper, we're going to lose access to flight instantly. And have to slowly regain it, which is going to be kind of funny, and also a little bit jarring. But by the time... Realistically, by the time I actually get to playing the Heavensward storyline, I'm accidentally going to be like level 80. Judging by my previous experience, and I'll just solo everything, and also... Nothing will be threatening when navigating the world, so, you know, it's fine. This is a cool area, even if you don't go here very often. Mirror Knight. This isn't Dark Souls 2, get out of here. Also, I guess I could summon Boaster while we're here. This is where working in the field. And it begins, as always, with blood. Confirmation of your identity. There are axe beaks here which are grown ferocious beyond reckoning. Vile creatures, eager to prey on man and beast alike. Offer yourself to them, and they will come. Then make an offering of them to me. Righto. Who wants to fight? Easy. Simple. Ah, now that's the Sucro I've longed to see. You resent this, don't you? This pointless trial. Perhaps you even resent me for subjecting you to it. Remember this feeling. Treasure it. I want it smoldering within you when we commune in Camp Drybone. Am I doing the same voice? I feel like I'm doing a little bit of a different voice. It's fine, whatever. I'm always critical of my own voice acting. I think it's fine. It's probably fine. Back to Camp Drybone. I think it'd be really funny if these quests forbid you from teleporting just to make everything... just to really fuel that feeling Frey's talking about. Close your eyes and hold out your hand towards me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs and let it pass from your lips. Slower, slower. Listen to my voice. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen for the other. Thank the 12, it is you, Sucro! Who's this? Isimbard, remember? It must have been ages since we last spoke. To think you'd end up slaying the Lord of the Inferno. When you first came through looking for our missing common folk, I took you for a... Ah, but this isn't the time to reminisce. I sought you out because I need your help. Do tell. Isambard doesn't seem to find this person questionable at all. Not long ago, an Amaljar raiding party, completely different voice. Not long ago, an Amaljar raiding party attacked a caravan on the road and abducted several pilgrims. I don't know what voice I did for this character 5 million years ago, so whatever. We reported the incident to the Brass Blades and the Immortal Flames, but it seems neither's in a position to muster forces at present. You know what lies in store should they not be rescued soon. Please, Sucro, there's no one else. Sigh emote. Really? Really? Charge into an enemy encampment filled with Amaljar warriors and free some fools who should have armed themselves? Risk life and limb to do the work of a dozen men, all because you bloody asked? Is that it? That's what we do. And that's what we do, isn't it? Every goddamn time. Fine, we'll bring him back. I thank you for it. They were bound for the encampment to the southeast. And so are we. There's a lot of interest. This dialogue for the Dark Knight questline is very interestingly written, I think. Especially if you know some things. Which I'm not supposed to know, but I do. But I won't say. It might be inferable, also. That's the button. The nerve of some people after all you do for them. They're inside, just as Isambard said. Mere moments away from being tempered, I'm sure. Well, what are we waiting for? It's time to play the hero. Alright, here we go. They're not far ahead. Lead the way. Oh, I already had Grit active, actually. Oh, right, I have my AoE now. I forgot. I'm helping! Gods bless you, adventurer! Keep moving, we're not free just yet. Rally, do not let her escape! Of course there's more. There's always more. No problem. Anyone else? We're saved! Anyone else now? Run! Get yourselves to Camp Drybone. You'll pay for your insolence. Yeah, sure. Oh, what a day. What a lovely day. I've had my fill. Let's go. Hooray! We did it. Heh. Just didn't know when to leave off, did they? Neither did you, though, eh? I mean, look at yourself. Most of that's not even your blood. Surprised examine self emote. Leave it. You've nothing to be ashamed of. Let's go and give Isambard the good news. Frey says, don't... I think I muted the microphone in the middle of that sentence without thinking. Frey says, don't clean blood off of yourself, is what I said. Anyways. I'm very professional. Right. Welcome back, Sucro. I heard you really gave those Amalja. What for? A good show. I'm sure you're eager to be on your way, so I won't waste any more of your time, but thank you. Come back whenever you like. Seems positively terrified. I'm sure that's fine. Those who've never faced death do not scruple to condemn others to it. They know nothing of true sacrifice and are weak for their ignorance. In sacrifice, there's strength. In sacrifice, there's liberation. Close your eyes and hold out your hand toward me. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs. And let it pass from your lips. Slower. Slower. With every breath, you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. And then fall over. On a throne of bone she waits. Serve, save, slave, slay. They come to entreat her judgment. Serve, save, slave, slay. One by one, in solemn procession. So what did you hear this time? And there I was thinking you were on the verge of discerning the truth. Your affinity with your dark side grows stronger by the day. And yet, there's a hesitation. Listen to me, Sucro. You've performed great deeds and saved countless people. You're a hero to the realm. But you are no Dark Knight. A Dark Knight accepts she can't save everyone. Sometimes she's fortunate just to save herself. Sacrifice, Sucro, is to renounce that which binds you. To recognize that which matters and forsake all that does not. At the very least, you must realize you cannot continue to carry all these burdens, unless you wish to die a slave. I'm fine. Just a little tired. The communion is ended, and with it our time together. But we shall meet again as we did before. Pen up and fade to black. You have done the thing, here's a skill. The dark side grants you visions of power unclaimed. Action learned. Edge of Darkness. And then Frey disappears in one frame. So that's a Dark Knight quest. 2 more levels to the next one. Yup. I'm sure everything is fine and normal. Fine and normal. Alright. In that case, where were we? Duty support. Brayflox's long stop, I think. I don't remember if this is one that's changed much. Hey, these are definitely different. Wait, no, these are the same people. They have different armor and stuff. Well, hold on. The Lancer has become smug at this point. Normal. Smug. Yeah, I don't know if they've changed this one. That's a good reason to be smug, I would say. I guess Sucro won't be smug for this whole expansion if the helmet is the sole determiner. The sole thing determining smugness. Well, she's probably never gonna wear a helmet. Well, I don't know about that, actually. I don't know. Stay tuned to see if Sucro will wear a helmet on purpose. So far, I think this dungeon is the same, so this might not be one that they changed a lot. I've also realized, I don't know if I mentioned this before, that there are at least several dungeons which aren't available through duty support or through squadrons. Like, I'm pretty sure that neither can do the Sunken Temple of Karn, which is interesting. Maybe because the AI would not be able to do that dungeon for various reasons. We can't use the skill that we just got in here, I guess. But I think it's basically a single target version of this. Which is nice to have. No problem. And we got some punching implements as a reward. How much can the NPCs manage? Let's find out. They're doing pretty good. I mean, this isn't like the largest pull that one could do in the world. I forgot to use Dark Side. To activate it, rather. With practice, I'm sure I will remember to do that more often. I don't think this goblin is required. I can't access the treasure coffer. I'm just getting the goblin. There we go. Probably none of this is better than... Yeah, I just bought like a whole bunch of level 40-ish equipment from NPC vendors. I think you can ignore that goblin also and just go this way. I think that ends up being fine. I don't remember what you're supposed to fight first here either, honestly. If there is something you're supposed to fight first. Probably the ad. You can hit both of them with Flood of Darkness. So that's pretty neat. Right, this boss just sort of ignores the aggro sometimes. On purpose. Sure. No problem. I think they changed this part a little. Because you could sort of wander through this area over here, I think. And I think this is now sunken when it wasn't before. So I think they made this part more of a straight path instead of a how do I get through here with the least enemies. Interesting. I don't think the dungeon prior to this point is very different, but this part is certainly different. When I actually tank for, like, actual people, I'm going to be afraid to pull large groups just because I don't fully understand what I'm doing. And I bet people are gonna be mad at me for not doing the dungeon expediently. I've heard of people who feel like that. Okay, Reprisal does have a smaller cooldown, and probably less impact than Rampart, but it does mean I can use it more often on, like, just miscellaneous enemies and whatnot. I think the assumption is that you're going to tank fast. Generally. I guess the bubbles are probably for the DPS to handle and not the tank. Tank needs to tank. So there's like some mechanics I'll have to remember that are not my job, I think. Which is fascinating to think about. Yeah, they got through that. They got rid of that bubble just fine. I used Rampart to lessen the damage from a dragon landing on me. Which is probably unnecessary, but it is funny a little bit. Alright, bye! I guess this cavalry equipment is the tanking equipment for this dungeon. Probably. This part's still the same. So there was like a minor layout change in this dungeon. Interesting. That's the amount of enemies that the NPCs can't deal with. We found it. It's the same amount that they could deal with, but they're different enemies. So it's not really indicative of anything. I guess at this point, by the way, you might notice that the NPCs do not have job stones. Which makes sense. They are just classes, not job. If I had Rampart up during that, I might have been able to live, actually. But I used it on the boss in a way that was unnecessary. We're learning. Life is all about learning. Every moment of every day is an opportunity to learn something new. Oh, by the way, does the font look any easier to read at all? It looks like it's not easier to read. I tried to add like a little border to the chat font, and I think it looks worse actually, now that I'm seeing it properly in action. I think I might need to find a different font at the expense of my brand. Or whatever. Because I use that font elsewhere. I'll have to make yeah, it does look muddier. I agree with you. It turns out that if you try to add a border to this font, or maybe just add a border to font in general with this overlay, it like seeps into the font instead of it like building around the font. I don't really understand why. It's a little bit of a hell. It's kind of bad. It's kind of not good. We could do live tech support and try to make it work. Or I could not worry about that right now. Hey, they added Tank Buster marking to this boss fight. That's a change. So this boss fight is different, at least in that regard. This is different also. Yeah, this is different. This boss fight is different. So this boss doesn't create pools that heal it anymore. Wild. And instead it makes a delayed explosion slime similar to a different boss fight did. This boss teaches you that sometimes tank busters will happen quickly enough that you need to have more than one way of countering them and not use all of your cooldowns at once. And this boss is also teaching us about repositioning. I like that the bosses that they've changed now sort of function as tutorials for their game design a bit more. Or I could just be like inventing that meaning out of what I'm seeing. But it sure does seem like the tank buster timing is perfect in terms of matching up with my 2 ways to mitigate damage that I currently have. Because Rampart just got on cooldown when that 3rd tank buster showed up again. That's very interesting, isn't it? It's like it was designed that way. Interesting. Much easier boss fight now, I think, without the healing pools that people don't understand. Hooray, we did it. Now I'm curious about something. If I edit stream elements overlays in the middle of a stream. Foolishly, perhaps. Chat box, edit. Your stream's chat, 1. Wait, what's this? Perhaps this is the way. No, this will just make the chat box have a background color, won't it? Like if I press save here. Yeah, there's just a black bar there now. We don't want that. That ain't right. Get out of here, black bar. Please? I mean, you can... That's true, you can also do that. I mean, I just had it displaying no color, is the thing. Oh, wait, where's the opacity? I think that's it. No, now it's... Uh-oh. Yeah, now it's white. That's wrong. I didn't mean to do that. Now you can't read the text at all, probably. There we go. I think I made it invisible. Maybe. Alright. Now what I really need to do, truthfully, is probably just change the font. Well, that's Arial, first of all. That's a boring font. Anyone love font in this chat? Anyone have any font suggestions in this chat? There's always Comic Sans. Times New Roman is also a very standard font, is the thing. I had a theme for my font that is not really working, so. The font I was using before, actually, don't tell Square Enix, is the Chrono Trigger text font. Don't tell them this. I was looking for something kind of pixely. because I'm virtual computer. You know? So what do we got on this crazy list here? What's this one? Not that one, that's bad. Papyrus is an option. Technically. I mean, many things are technically an option. Cuisine? What does this one look like? No, that's illegible. We might just have to do a very standard font, actually. I don't want to be expelled from the duty. We can just have Arial for now, perhaps. I think that was fine. But I kind of need, like, live testing and feedback, truthfully. Let's see. Let's try something. What if I increase the border of this standard font? Okay, the border still isn't great for this one. But this seems better, probably. Because I don't really, like, there's obviously this other layout where there's like a dedicated place for the chat to appear so that you can read it. But then you see less of the video game, which is the important part. Also, I wonder if I might have to adjust the position of my face so that some of it doesn't disappear arbitrarily if I move in certain ways. But I don't know, you're not here for this. You're here for the Final Fantasy XIV cat, Sucro. You're here for this person with a pompadour very slowly driving their car through the desert. Maybe. There they go. Yep, that's them. They just said beep beep in the say chat. I appreciate this person. Right. Next up, Titan. Everybody loves Titan. Maybe. If you don't love Titan, why not? Step 1. Oh, you can't jump off immediately. I wish their car was being driven by the Pompadour. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like a telekinetic focus for them. Titan time. They adjusted the Titan fight so that if you fall off, you can be revived now. Ain't that something? I assume that if I fall off in this case, it'll just end, because as soon as I died previously, everything just stopped. So, like, if I... Whee! This just ends it, right? Probably. Yeah. So we can't demonstrate that because the AI cannot revive you. You are... Yeah. You are the one in control here. But it was fun to jump off a cliff. Don't jump off of cliffs for fun without the proper safety precautions. Just be careful. It'd be funny if you could jump over that or something. Hey, I guess Titan's never gonna aim landslides at me as the tank. That's kind of him. I guess it's not the tank's job to break jail either. Guess I could have used Rampart or something there. You know, I will say that this trust system, or like duty support, rather, is giving me more confidence in my ability to tank, because in some cases it's deceptively simple in ways. Anyone gonna break that? I guess I do have to contribute a little bit. But like, I've barely had to move for Titan. Good job, team. Some of you weren't here. One of you wasn't here, but that's fine. Moral support is an important role, probably. I'm going to assume that the Marauder was on the sidelines cheering from a distance. Stone Vigil is next. I don't think there were any squadron missions in between these, but I'm gonna double check. Maybe I should do the hatching tide stuff at some point also. Probably do that on my own time. It's not a pressing concern, though you do get the emote Eat Egg, which is quite powerful as an emote, I do believe. That feeling when you get somewhere so early that nobody has loaded in yet. Let's see. That's actually good for me. So is that, I guess, yeah. It's nice to have. I think that was a tank thing that I just threw away. Whoops. That's... Those could have been worth money. I don't know. Once again, theme of Serpent Personnel Officer is back. You love to hear it. There's only so much space in my inventory though, so it is required. Anything useful? I can get some kind of crappy item level 55 armor. And weapon. Maybe. I mean, it would be better than nothing. But I guess I'm not getting poetics for doing what I've been doing either. So maybe, I don't know. Could be worth something. Anything? Not quite yet. After Stone Vigil, they also have access to Dismail Darkhold and the Aurum Veil. Oh boy, the Aurum Veil! Everyone loves the Aurum Veil. Eh. Oh yeah, they can also do a bunch of this stuff. But I don't think I have high enough levels on most of them for that. Or at least some of them. So anyway, guess we're going to the Stone Vigil with Duty Support Squad. Maybe I should, like, look at the patch notes and see if there's things that are different. Let me take a look here. Adjustments have been made to the following dungeons and trials. Copperbell Mines, the Thousand Maws of Totorak, Hawk Manor, Brayflox's Long Stop, Dismail Darkhold, Stone Vigil. Okay. So yeah, we will see some differences here. Specifically, a battle has been adjusted, and the difficulty of certain mechanics during a separate battle has been adjusted. But the layout is still the same, apparently. And we have more moves now. Just a little bit more moves. Hello. Right, this happens in this dungeon. There is Edge of Darkness. Ought to check side rooms for bonus treasure and stuff, since I do actually need better equipment a little bit. You could also remember that I have this over here, Shadow Wall. So that's a stronger rampart. Okay. Stronger rampart with more delay. So I need to save that more, so... I'm learning. I'm doing my best. Nothing in these side rooms so far. Dragon? At some point, I'm gonna have to try the other tank classes and see which ones I like. Okay, this boss is not changed. Trudo Yudo is still gonna swinge everybody to death. And there's naught we can do about it. Not really. I think you just get behind the boss with swinge. Text still isn't super readable, unfortunately, of the chat, I think. Seems like the duty support Scion crew is getting more confident over time. Because I think at this point their dialogue is definitely different a little bit. They know what they're doing a bit more. Yeah. Hooray, an ingot. An ingot. Great. I'm gonna use that. Just kidding. I don't craft in this game. I should try the crafting at some point. Probably. Treasure. Hat. Well, I'm getting a lot of treasure that's not from my class. So that's something. That's a good question. Hey, the cannons are just flat out, like, broken here. They removed the cannon part of this. That's funny. Okay, but there's still wind. Interesting. Now there's 4 of the wind. Or again. But moving in a different pattern. There we go. I want to check something. Somewhere in the options. What does this do? Oh, thank God. I was starting to feel the pain of holding a button down. Okay, but how do I access the other one? It's on toggle. Uh-oh. Mixed. So how do I... I don't know if you could have toggle and also use the W cross hotbar at the same time, which is required. Is this accessibility feature just busted? You can't. Those features are only usable with hold. Wow. Okay. That sucks a lot. That's bad. I guess I don't know how they could make it work. Someone suggests using R1 and L1 with the hotbars instead of R2 and L2 to make it more comfortable. Yeah, there we go. Cannot use toggle type. Well. Okay, so this is what R1 does right now. How do I change that? Welcome to the most exciting part of the stream. I guess I can do this. That's where auto run was this whole time? Execute macro 99 is ominous. Oh, I still have it on toggle. Dang it. This'll take getting used to. Well, I can try this and see if it works better for me. It's gonna be difficult to get used to it. Just because of the position of all this. But theoretically holding down... Oh boy. This is the camera now. Oh, hooray. I have weird pants now. What? I don't think holding down the... I don't think holding down RT and LT has caused me, like, actual discomfort very often, like, until now. So that's concerning. Supro, pretend to wear armor. I find RB and LB to be in a little more awkward places for a button to press and hold. But maybe I'll get used to it and it'll be better. I don't know. It does seem to be causing less immediate pain. Except for, like, the mental confusion of not using the thing that I've been doing. But using a keyboard is more painful, so... Whoops. Wrong buttons. You know, just to check something. Oh yeah, you can't use this part with toggle. Like, at all. So if you use toggle, you only get 16 unless you swap like this. Which I guess isn't completely impossible. Think. You have to toggle off first. So this is a pain in the butt ass to do. And pretty unreasonable after all. So it seems like the toggle function just straight up doesn't work because there's too many buttons in this game. That's not good. Maybe... No, I think that would also be bad. I was wondering, maybe I could use hold L3, R3... because I have buttons on my controller on the handles. But I think that would also be painful. Anyway. I think this fight's They said they made some mechanics easier, I think, in this one. Maybe? So, like, maybe that's more forgiving. Is that like an unmarked tank buster, or does it just happen to do a lot of damage? I don't think I see a cast bar or anything for it. Oh yeah, you have more time to move out of that, and there's only one at a time. Or there's just only one at a time. I don't know. I think there are more. There's something different about that. Okay. Maybe it'll be 2 now. I think there's just more time to get out of the way. And also there's only one. Like both of those things are true, I think. I learned Dark Mind. Yay. What's Eisen? Oh, that's an axe. Okay. Huh. Okay, so they made this fight easier in general. Hmm. I'm really kind of bothered by this cross hotbar thing. That I can't, set to a less painful setting. I could always try going back to the keyboard, but I don't think that would be good either. Anyway. Is there not a new... There is a new Dark Knight quest. Dark Mind, by the way, is an interesting ability to have. I think it only reduces magic damage taken. So I'm not entirely sure when best to use it. Yeah, reduces magic vulnerability. Fair enough, I guess. You know, actually, there is a Dark Knight quest available right now. But... And I know it's not even been 2 hours yet, but I think I'm gonna have to call it. I think I'm more tired than I thought, and I was dealt a demoralizing blow mentally by the poor condition of my physical form, or whatever. And the fact that there's no way to have a setting in this game to do anything about that without removing half of your hotbars, which seems like shit a little bit. Seems a little bit shit. I mean, I don't know how programming works. It's entirely possible that it wouldn't have been possible to set up that in a way where the toggle would allow for a double press of the button. I don't know these things. And toggling would have also taken a lot to get used to. Regardless. Ah well. So this was a short stream. Not very much happened, I suppose. It's fine, I guess. That's what Dark Mind looks like. Not to be confused with the final boss of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. This means that sheathing and unsheathing my weapon manually is now both triggers. Which I think actually works better. I don't know. I'll see if I can get used to this, but I won't worry about it too much. Anyway. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully next time more exciting stuff can happen. But I need rest. Good night, everyone.